Hello everyone and welcome back to the Randomised Gaming Daily Stream. So I hope you're enjoying these streams. In today's video we are going to be looking at Super Puzzle Bobble All-Stars, or as it was known in Europe, which is the version I'm looking at, Super Buster Move All-Stars. Now I felt like doing a change today, so I thought I'd do a puzzle game. So it's been a while since we actually covered puzzle games on the channel. We've covered a few of the Buster Move games, I think, before. The Puzzle Bobble. I truly hate the Buster Move name with an absolute passion. Ironically, was it Buster Groove, or there was actually a dance game called Buster Move that had to change its name as a result because of I don't know why it was ever called Buster Move Puzzle Bobble. It was called Puzzle Bobble on the Neo Geo originally, and then someone changed it for some reason for some of the home versions to Buster Move. That just made no sense. Buster Move sounds like a dance, is what you'd say. You'd bust a move, is what you say in dancing. So I'm never quite sure why they changed the name yet. But Puzzle Bobble. This is Puzzle Bobble All-Stars. In the US, this was called Super Puzzle. I think it's just called Buster Move 3000, just to add weirdness to it. Yeah, I really don't understand some of the naming conventions for a few of these. The most recent games have been called Puzzle Bobble in the West, but it was for a long time they just called it Buster Move for some truly bizarre and unknown reason, unbeknownst to just about everyone, it seems. So let's get started and actually have a playthrough. I think this is one of those really relaxing, really enjoyable, easy plays to game. And the series, admittedly, the series hasn't really changed much since its original inception, and they probably could have added a bit more content over the years. You've got standard options on this one. Sound setting, battles, results, rankings. What's that number of matches? Per match. Oh, I'll set that to 1 for when we do the matching, because I find the winning multiple matches can be a bit of a grind. So let's jump to the classic puzzle mode, which is based on the... So, oh, this is the full mode of Buster Move. Fun. Training. Get started with 5 beginner puzzles. Oh, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Okie dokie, so let's get started. Oh, big one. So the aim of the game is very simply, as you just got to do, you've got to get 3 bubbles to connect to the same colour in order to trigger a reaction. There are a few special bubbles that if you hit will react instantly, such as the flame bubble, and the sort of there's one that destroys everything, but largely it's a fairly straightforward and predictable puzzle mechanic, but it's just so very, very addictive. And it's really easy to play and quite a happy, charming game as well. There seems to be, yeah, so that'll be the special destroy all one colour, the blue one. I wonder if this game is actually what happened at the end of Bubble Bobble after they captured all the enemies, because in case you know, all the enemies from the Bubble Bobble are encased in all the things, and it seems like this perhaps is what they do with all the Bub and Bob did with all the bubbles. Once they've bubbled everything up, they play Puzzle Bobble. Perhaps their way of getting back for all the years of fighting their various enemies. If you never played the classic Bubble Bobble game, then what I'll say is, where have you been in the games industry? It is a true classic and one of the best puzzle games, what sort of action platformers ever made. Rainbow Island and Parasol Stars as well. They complete what is a superb trilogy of titles. So there are a few special blocks as well. I'm not actually sure what those arrows want to do. I think they may be exclusive to this game. There is actually a huge raft of Puzzle Bobble games. I think some have historically been a bit bland. I think the earlier installment, the original one, I always really liked, but that was quite simple. Didn't have much content, whereas the later ones added in a lot more content. There is so many now. I think there is a pastiche that some people say they're pretty much all the same, but I'd argue even if they are the same, they're still a good game. You don't mark a series down for not really injecting anything new into it. You just mark it at the same rate. So if it's the same as the previous game, you just mark it the same as the previous game. As the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the last thing you want is where someone tampers with the mechanics in a way that makes the game just not fun or enjoyable to play. Oh, that's what they do. They move me along, do they? Okay. Now the guidelines that you're seeing here are only in this tutorial, and I think they're in like the first stage of arcade mode. Or I think if you continue, they'll appear for like one mission, but after that they're gone. So you really have to get your hand-eye coordination sorted out, and actually pay attention to where you're shooting the bubbles as well. Not like I was just doing there, shooting blindly. Now this is a game that is more about, that is largely about skill. There is a slight element of the luck of the draw, so to speak. You can have some horror, because it is random which bubbles you get, so occasionally you can get some utterly horrible combinations of bubbles that you can do absolutely nothing with, but you have to take the rough with the smooth, as they say. So that's the tutorial mode, that's the first fight. So let's actually do the main game now. And you've got quite a lot of modes. So you've got the main sort of arcade mode, which usually is the alphabet letters, which was Taito's, or Taito. Taito's classic sort of puzzle bobble, and even quite a few of the games used it, where basically you did a pyramid style where you progressed through and you basically could choose your stage. So we've got classic and normal. Let's do normal first. So here you go with the Amy. We've got to change the character, the cat. I'll swap character to someone else. Got an interesting band of misfits in this one. I don't think Bub and Bob are actually playable in this one. Yeah, they're sort of the side character in this one. Oh, see, they ain't got the guidelines, and this one's got a weird carousel thing I need to be really careful with. Oh yes, that's what you call a perfect shot, and again, luck of the draw there as well. So I probably want... I don't want to hit that one with the purple. That's about there should do it. Yeah, let's go for red. Let's destroy... Ah, I just realised I should have gone for the white instead, so that would have ended it instantly. Right, now this is where things get a bit more hazardous when you get colour combos like this. Okay, so now I need to get the white. Ooh. What you do is, if you basically, once the colour, all the balls of the same, well basically all the bubbles containing that colour are off, you won't get that colour anymore. So it's a good idea, if you get a chance and you've got like one colour left, to bounce in a place where it won't fall anywhere. And again, the other thing, another tactic is to do like there, where you want to take off the top square. I should have actually hit the blue destroy all with the white, because that would destroy it a lot earlier. Now, these opening missions will be fairly easy. The later ones get a lot more challenging, where you get a lot more complex puzzles. Usually the classic style is to start having all different colours interconnecting, so then you've got to be really on the ball with how you shoot. And there is a slight element of luck with some of these, because sometimes you are entirely merciless at the mercy of the random colour generation. So here, I can't probably get it the other way, but I might be able to shoot. If I just shoot this up, oh, just out. Again, if I shoot that one that way, yes. Now, if I shoot that straight, let's just get rid of these. This was quite nice that you're actually getting slightly different shapes in this one. This one, you just got like a tower area, whereas this one we're actually getting some weird shapes for where the balls are actually appearing, so that's a nice change. I think the Dreamcast one has to... No, the second one on... The Dreamcast one, which was the fourth Bubble, and... So I can only choose two of the related ones, so if I wanted to do E, I have to do B. This time round, I think I'll just do all the left side. Oh yes, that was a perfect shot. Now here's where things get a bit more tricky. So if you can do, if you've only got like one of the same colour, always try and bounce it so it hits the thing and bounces away, so that way you get rid of it. Sometimes you'll find that you'll clear a colour and then you'll have one, the next ball you're about to shoot is that colour, and then all of a sudden you're finding that colour hasn't quite gone yet. Yes. Now you only need 3 balls to connect to detonate, but you can connect more, so it's possible to have large. I think 5 is probably about the easiest you can set up, relatively easy. Okay, I probably don't want to... One trick is up on the D-pad actually centres it, which is always a easy thing to remember. If you want to do a straight, perfect centre shot, hold up on the D-pad. That's usually most of them. You can re-centre it. Okay, so here we have what I described as a horrible one, where we've got lots of single block colours, so we basically have to wear them down fairly rapidly to create chains like this to get rid of them relatively quickly. So the other thing you want to avoid is putting them... You want to try and clear the layers as they go. You don't want to have be shooting for blocks lower than you, because else, basically, as you start hitting low stuff. So this is the issue. I've got the yellow, oh dear, and the red in play that are basically going to interrupt my shots. And I've also got this issue here that I need to get rid of these ones. Now this is the real danger. I need to clear. Here's where things get tough. I need to clear that swiftly, and this game needs to give me the dark and black for me to survive. Right, I cannot screw these up. Again, I'm just having to shoot those until... That's with 4. I'm not looking good for this one. What you can do with that one? I need to actually get some colours out of play. Okay. Let's get the yellow there. Let's try and get that one. Now, if I put that down, that's probably going to be the end of me, but let's risk it. That was a bad shot. That's the key difference with the guidelines. It does allow you to get that, literally that perfect shot. So if you have any suggestions for games you'd like us to see us do, let me know. What I will do is keep an eye on the suggestions. I might do a GBA game tomorrow if people are interested. So seeing as we've got the Game Boy Advance player, but if you do, I'm just debating to swap between GBA or do a bit more Gamecube. And we're not exactly short of Gamecube games to try out, but I'll stick to... Okay, oh, we've got all big ones here. Okay. Nice little break stage, this one. Who misses? Character design in this one is all actually slightly weird and wonderful. They're all very quirky, cartoony characters. Oh. Yes, that's what I wanted. That was not quite the perfect shot, but almost. That was a really fast one. 19 seconds, that's nice to see. I can't quite ping that one, I was hoping to see one. So, oh, we've got a centre one. Ah, so I really want to get to the centre as quickly as possible. And I want it. Yep, that's the one I want. So basically, yeah, if you're looking for, whenever you get one of these stages, look for the weakest link in the chain. If you can get rid of it in one swoop, do like that. So this one doesn't have a weak link, so you won't be able to do that. You basically got to pick your way through it. I promise you just have to sort of work at it because you've no telling what necessarily balls you're going to get. But my philosophy is to always work from the ground up, so look to go for the nearest ones, but if you can do, try and create combos so you can, like there, I can take those out. Okay, I've made some bad shots here. Right, I'm going to place that one there, so that way I can do that. Ooh. Okay, I'll put it there and put this one there, so... As you can tell, the music tempo speeds up as the Armageddon rapidly approaches you. So I'll put that one there, that one there, let's slide that one there. Okay, so we've got a bit of breathing room. Still not a huge amount. That one there. That one there. That one there. Put that one over that side just to clear some space. So now what I don't want is a yellow at this point. Blue, purple. Okay, that's great. Put that one straight up so it bounces back, and voila! That was a late decision shot by me. Oh, yes, that's what you want. Ah, I can get that one now. That's going to be the chink in the armour, so to speak. I do love the background here. It's basically like a spear kit of a plastic rocket, which is a really, really nice touch. There's some really creative. The characters in this are really quite wacky, like this character here who's got the... I'm playing this with the weird blob thing. So, as you can see here, we've got all blues, but I want to reserve that for the dark one. Because that way I can literally take them all out in one go. Now, this is one other thing you don't want, is that where I've taken out one colour. I've still got the stragglers left, so... Oh! So I'm basically waiting for a purple to get rid of the stragglers. Now, this is where I made a mistake in that I should have kept this stragglers going a bit longer. Just seeing if there's any chinks in the armour. Probably not. Ooh, that was a bad decision. Okay, at this point I really just want to get all the really get any colour in to touch the and this is, I believe, what we call foobar. Yep, I am up a creek with that paddle. We need the red. Come on, I need a red. Yeah, now it's giving me the guideline so I can just get literally, I think I can get that perfect shot, although this is what I mean by not being able to eliminate colours in this one, so let's go. Yeah, you have to factor in that this one has slight ricochet with the rebound, so... Does feel a bit like cheating, but oh well. With the guideline, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. Must be, I've never actually won CT. Oh yes, this one's a real... I do love it when you get one of these in the thing, because it means you can absolutely annihilate the colours. I should have picked a colour that wasn't the red to keep the red out. So the trick there is if you've got a colour you can combo quickly. So we're going to get another blue to get rid of them, so that way that got rid of that orange. So basically I put the blue onto the blue, and then that's something to do. Basically if you have like a straggler that you want to get rid of, make sure to put it on, if you can do it, make sure to put it on a quick colour, so that way you can get rid of it quickly when you combo that colour. Nothing worse than having a straggler when you eliminate the colour and then the next one that comes in is that lot. So like, not quite there, but so we got rid of the purple. Nearly. Now this is where I need to think strategy bit. Oh yes, yes. Okay, so I'm actually just going to bounce that one off there because I can't really do much with that. Same with that one. This one I'm going to try and bounce. Ooh. That's a good bounce. Can't do much with that one. This one's going to be tough. Oh, well, I'll do. Right, now, here's where things are going to get a bit concerning. Come on, fire! Ooh. I was a bit concerned it was going to drop and that would have been me out. That's always a nice way to start, just a straight up colour. So again we've got, ooh, I probably want the red, I don't want to really use a yellow on that. Let's do with the, yes, it's got nearly all of them. Actually I probably should have shot that. Get rid of that one and then we'll just shoot the red. Okay, so this is a really, really nice, easy one. Do that. Just basically eliminating colour by colour. So the purple, got the red. Let's get rid of that red. I've got the blue and the green left. So. And got the green. So that's a really nice. If you do get this, you'll get a tough one, then you'll get quite an easy one. So it's all an interesting mix. Might just quickly do this map and then I'll actually jump into the verse mode. So I expect this classic mode probably just as the standard stage design and the and the sort of this classic arena design. So yeah, we got this all the straight arenas. I think some of the stages may have been reused. So this more traditional one, but this one's actually quite good for terms of mode. Some of the Buster moves, remember Buster Move 4 being a bit bare bones actually on the Dreamcast. This one's actually quite nice. Complete package, so to speak. Oh, so I want to shoot the red to clear it all. I'll jump into verse mode. I think I'll spend the last half of this stream doing the verse mode. Where you're piddling against the other, battling your wits against. A few of the ones did actually, a few of the puzzle bubbles did have create your own puzzles, which was quite a nice little extra. I don't think this one does have, annoyingly. To check. Some of them did let you create your own puzzles and do them, which was really, really good fun. Yeah, this is more sort of traditional puzzles. So that one there. Yeah, basically you don't have the slightly unorthodox stage design you had in the previous ones. The previous one's actually quite a nice little smooth, so that's most of that one done. Right, I'm going to jump into the verse mode. So it's CPU battle mode. Oh yes, this has normal expert. Oh yes, this has the shoot bubble mode as well, which is quite interesting. So let's go. We've got. Oh, I assume they're locked characters. So we have Pinky, we have Pacadon, we have Tom and Yan, we have Wara, pronunciation Catch, Mog, Mr. At, and Miss T. Who's our players? Right, yeah, let's do Miss T attack pattern. Yeah, I'll do Miss T. And it goes without saying, the aim is simply to beat your opponent as fast as possible. Now, you all get the same colour block, so you really do need to be quick in these modes. I always find these burst modes very, very... not the most fun mode, but you do have to be on the ball. This is sort of really on the ball puzzle mode, because if you slow down, the CPU will burst those bubbles quicker. And ooh, some nice animations there for attack, so I assume I need to get bigger combos. Okay, this is spiraling out of control very, very quickly. I should have hit that big one. And basically the more blocks you cause to drop, the more grief you cause on your opponent's side. And it's the first person to stay alive longer, so you defeat your opponent. Fairly straightforward stuff, fairly quite enjoyable stuff. So I'm just going to go straight off the bat in this one. Okay. Just get them out as quickly as possible. having much luck with that green. I should have got that shot the first time. There we go. Yes, that shot at the end was just what I needed. So yes, Bob and Bob are a bit relegated in Super... Well, Puzzle Boom. It's basically the Japanese name, Super Puzzle Bobble All Stars, and just Buster Move All Stars in Europe, and it was Buster Move 3000. So yeah, it's one of those weird ones. As I said, with the name changing, just infuriating me. Ready, go. Okay, let's try that one again. Let's swap character this time. So each character has their own different patterns. I wonder if the question marks are locked out characters in this one. But yeah, Bob and Bob do feel a bit relegated in this one. The fact they're just the bubble inserters. Now, I'm actually playing the PAL version, and I'm actually playing it on Swish, which enables me to force it into 480p. By default, this is one of the many games that did not support 50 or 60 Hz. I'm saying it only supported 50 Hz. If it didn't support 50 Hz, it wouldn't work at all in PAL. But yeah, basically it only supports 50 Hz. Ubisoft were very lazy in asking Taito not to sort of provide any sort of 60 Hz optimization or anything like that. So there's no 60 Hz mode. Just literally 50 Hz only, but thanks to the power of Swish, we can now play this game beautifully, the PAL one, at 60 Hz and at 480p. So it's quite interesting. If you've got the right tech now, you don't need to worry about NTSC GameCube titles at all, because you can force pretty much every game into NTSC. Swish is not quite a magic bullet. There are a few games with issues, so it's not quite 100% yet, but it certainly means you can get a lot more enjoyment out of a lot of games now. As these days, I do find, especially when the game, it still really, really irks me when I get a game that's 50 Hz only these days. Oh, we're versing Wolo. So this is really, so the character design really is quite amusing in this one. It's a little bit quirky. I think very few of the characters, they've done quite a few unique characters for all the Buster Move games, and all of them seem to have a slight theme. It's rare that the characters from the previous Buster Move games reappear. A few of them are actually based. I always wanted a few more characters based on Bubble Bobble Rainbow Island. Majority of the sort of characters seen in Buster Move were created completely for each of the Buster Move games. They weren't tied into any of the previous title franchises. I think one or two might have been, but largely they were all relatively unique characters. And I don't think this one's... Ooh, right, if I can get this down. Yes! Okay. Just in there, right, straight up. Yes. Oh. Okay, that there. Can I get this one? Yes. Okay, this. Put that there. Oh, I should put that on the unit. And yes, Whirloo is down. Mr. Catch we've got. Okay, so I'm going to put that, hopefully put that in the centre of those greens, so then I can do that, just get it straight off the bat. Let's put that there, because at the minute it was... Ooh, just that was getting close there. And slightly surreal background art there. I'm not sure what all the background art for a lot of these games is a bit wacky, rather than base it on sort of characters from Taito games. Ooh, I actually want to put green in that, I think. That blue one, yes, come on, green, yes, there we go. Oh, nearly could have locked out most of the colours, and then... Try to be smart and put that there, that way that should down. Okay, let's drop that one, so that's all of them gone. Okay, this is going to get nasty very quickly. If I don't get a blue, I'm finished. No, if I don't get a red, I'm finished. Alright, gotta get this right. Yes. Okay, that's giving me a bit of leeway. Ooh, just that was a close one. See if I can actually get to the boss before time runs out. I'll probably finish at 10:40 tonight, so see if I can defeat the other characters for Tom and Jan. Slightly odd naming characters. But then I suppose every character in this is rather wacky. God, they're coming down too quick. I am... Yep, they've got me. There's nothing I can do. It's actually not a bad puzzle. Well, again, let's swap character again. Let's beat... I think I've beaten most of them. Yeah, they're not actually randoms. They're... swap to... So he's got... Swap to Mr. Catch this time. So all the characters do have different puzzle patterns, and it's... certain patterns are definitely easier to play against than others. Put that one there, and... oh, yes. Okay, right. Well, again, it does make it very much easier with the guide, so... Okay, now he's in real trouble. They're in real trouble this time, Tom and Yan. Is that just Yan this time? Where's the others? Where did the other guy go? Did he vanish again? Did he run away because we were absolutely destroying them? But yeah, just goes to show you how quickly this can change between the two. Starting fighting one another. It's got a novel little touch there. I think we've beaten them all now, so I wonder if we're going to get a boss character. Actually, come to mention that, looking at the boss, yes, there's two characters on the boss. There's two characters on the box. One's a like slightly odd-looking monster with goofy teeth, and the other is basically a character who's red and blue, split down the middle. And obviously, I can't play as either of them yet. So guess who the secret characters are going to be? Give you a hint, it might be the two characters I've just described. Okay, let's do that there. these later AIs, you really got to be fast and quick. Stick those reds on there. Okay, so now we'll get this one. Yes, it's a perfect shot. So you really have got to think quick and on your feet. And the other thing is, often you'll find the move you're going to make can be quickly blocked out. So I'm going to put them on these ones on the blues and put that on that one and just put that on that one. So that's a massive one. Oh yes. Okay, so I think this is all the characters done now. I hope, and I hope I'm not replaying them because I swapped characters. I think we should be fighting the bosses now. Yes, the goofy character to Fungala. Here we go, boss no one. So let's rock and roll. Okay, that was tricky. That was definitely the harder of the opponents. So he's the first boss. There's another strange character who's sort of blue and red, who I assume is the character. So yeah, the two question marks are obviously going to be the 2C characters. I wonder if I beat it, whether you unlock them. Do you know, I have a confession. I've not actually played this much on the GameCube, so I'm not sure I've actually locked them on my actual save file. There's one of the games I played, saw it was 50 Hz, got really annoyed at and literally didn't play it again. But fortunately, Swiss has said these days makes it all nice and shiny in 60 Hz. Okay, so I think on my feet. Right. You need to be quick with these. You can't do lally because you've got to keep the pressure up. If you let up on the pressure, you're going to lose. I need to make sure that goes in. He's going to probably beat me again. You really have got to keep the pressure up as fast as possible. So again, and if you've got ones like this, just try and get rid of them as fast as possible. So there. Just put that there. So, yes, we've beaten him. Okay, that's one boss down. So I've got a character I think he's like blue and red split down the middle, and he's got like a grey dress on type thing. Yes. Cat says, yep, that's what I'm seeing on the box. So yeah, a bit of a spoiler there, box, but I assume I'll unlock them by beating them, although I need to plug in this memory card. I won't be beating them if I'm playing this badly. Yep. Oh, yeah, I've lost. I have lost this one. I need some real luck to make a comeback out of this one. Okay, right, I've got no other options but to fire that there and hope that goes. Oh! Okay, I've lost now. I feel like saying, you are beaten, it is useless. Right, I'm just gonna. You are beaten, it is useless to resist. Or it should be more like, you are beaten. It's useless to resist. That's my worst Darth Vader impression there. Okay, right. Off we go again. Let's think about this. Oh, that's the thing. You can often put blocks in this mode because the AI is so fast. You'll find that by the time they've got to the top, okay, I really need to hurry. Oh yes, that's a good shot. Another good shot. Okay, it's in good stead. Come on. Straight up there. In between there. There will do. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. That one. Straight down the middle for 4. Oh, I was hoping to fire this one up there. So, you really have got to quickly be quick, because if you take too long, as you'll see, you'll rapidly get the counters coming in. So I'm just going to put that one up there. That may have been a bad decision, but you've just got to roll with it. There is an element of random luck, I think, to some degree. Oh, I didn't see that one on the side. You have sometimes got to take some of these puzzle games. I always felt there was an element of luck that took the fun out of it a bit, because there was too much. I just feel there's just a touch too much luck in places, like the starting patterns are always different and things like that. So you may get something that plays to your style, you may not, and that kind of, for me, takes the skill out of it a bit, because it means you're not always playing from the same base. So I'm not a big fan of random generated stuff either, because it does mean how you play may be different, so the game can instinctively throw an advantage at you in one game and not another. Oddly enough, I've been playing Mr. Driller and doing some of that, and I've noticed the same thing happens with that. You get very different power-ups on some of the stages, and it does influence what happens and how you play. So I'm actually going to throw that one there, and there to get rid of all those. That should get that one there. Let's get that in there, and that in there. Oh yes, yes, we've done it. Now, is there a boss after this, or is that all of it? Or are we going to get some ending or something? Oh, we have an ending. That's the type of ending that says, please play on Y. Ooh, Y, right, left, Y. Ooh, I didn't know about this. Shall we see what happens? So obviously that's code for... That is Y, right, left. That's the type of ending that says you've got more to unlock. And for those who don't know, Bobble infamously had... so that was Y, right, left. Y, right, left, Y. It's easy enough. So on the title menu, the title screen. Let's find out. Ooh, secret characters. There we go. Now, I think there was an expert mode, wasn't there? Yeah, that... Bungle. So yes, we've unlocked the secret characters. So yes, you'll see there Y, right, left, right on the title screen. And you can play as secret characters. And this is obviously expert mode. That ending had basically, that was the type of ending that said, please finish this game on expert mode. Just possibly one of those type of endings I hate, was like, yeah, try again. You might as well just tell the player from the beginning, yeah, you're not going to get the ending on this mode, just practice it. Oh well, that doesn't mean I don't need a save file to unlock the characters, because it's obviously just secret codes. Taito were weird that. So there were a few games where they didn't bot. They literally seemed to be too lazy to implement saving, so just a secret thing. So I've won this one quite comfortably. No, not quite. They're still going strong. Despite the fact I have no bubbles to burst right now. Ooh. The cat's certainly putting up quite a fight this time. Doesn't want to go down with the ship. Well, she has now. Okay, that's a nice little end to this video. I think I'll wrap it up there. Again, thanks for watching as always. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button if you aren't joined. I suspect most people who are watching this. And let us know what you think. Let us know if you're interested to see what GameCube game you'd like us to stream, or Game Boy Advance game. I might do a Game Boy Advance game tomorrow. I'll think about what we're going to do. And I'll stream it. The Fight Night game, I should mention at the end of the week. I'll set that up tomorrow, actually. We're going to be doing Blazing Tornadoes. So on the Sega Saturn, me and Dragoon will be battling it out. So I think that's, and I'll just probably maybe do a GBA. I might do a GBA game. I might do the F-Zero actually on GBA, one of the Japanese ones. Although actually that's an anime tie-in, so I'll need to check that one. Check there's not some contented ID song or something. Okay, let's put... Okay, I'm going to finish there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. As always, leave your comments below, and do let us know what you'd like to see us stream over the next few weeks. We will be doing these sort of regularly. Thanks for watching, everyone. I have been your host, Random Gamer Riven, and I will see you all in tomorrow's stream. Good night.
Ready?